Good afternoon, Jets Nation. Welcome to the Jude Jets Show. And the second joint practice with the Philadelphia Eagles has concluded. Here are the top takeaways from today's practice. So let's first off talk about some injuries because there's a lot of injury news to talk about today. So Mekhi Becton, who left yesterday's practice due to a head-to-head collision, is in the concussion protocol. Now, he was at today's practice, but was not in pads. Elijah Moore, Sheldon Rankins, Elijah Vera-Tucker, and Brandon Echols were all back in pads today. Nasala did say he doesn't expect Vera-Tucker and Elijah Moore to play in Friday's game against the Eagles, but is going to have the first-team offense out there for a good bit. Not more than half, but for a good bit of time. Now, personally, I don't want Zach Wilson under center, with a backup offensive line presence, with one of the, I'm not going to say one of the best defensive lines in the NFL, but, the Eagles do have a pretty good D-line. I mean, he might get killed, maybe, but if Salah's okay with it, then I guess I should be okay with it too. Backup offensive lineman Jimmy Murray was carted off the field today due to a mysterious injury. More news about that should be coming out later. Denzel Mims and LaMarcus Jr. were both out of practice today. Vinny Curry has been diagnosed with a rare blood disorder, and that is why he's going to be missing the entirety of the season, so make sure to pray for Vinny Curry and his family. And Michael P. Ryan is dealing with a foot alignment. We don't know how serious the injury is, but hopefully it's not, because I want to see P. Ryan make the roster because I believe this guy has a lot of potential. But if this injury is serious, who knows what his chances of making the roster are going to be. Now let's talk about some player performances today. So Zach Wilson was once again good. He didn't throw any interceptions. He threw a couple touchdowns and overall had a pretty good day. I mean, the Eagles don't have that great of a secondary, so it doesn't surprise me. Wilson's, I'm not going to say balling out, but he's having some good practices. And can't wait to see what he's going to do against the Philadelphia Eagles in a game form. And the offensive line, who sucked in yesterday's practice, was better. I mean, they weren't perfect, but they did do pretty good without Mekhi Becton. They had a couple nice holes open. I mean, our running backs had a couple nice runs today, and they only allowed one sack. Vernon Hargreaves got in the backfield and sacked Zach Wilson. But overall, it was a pretty decent day from our offensive line, and that's pretty much all that happened at training camp today. But after practice, we learned that the New York Jets hired Matt Cavanaugh to be an offensive assistant. He's pretty much going to be our QB coach. I mean, we don't have one on the roster. I mean, we do have Josh Johnson, and I thought he was pretty much going to be the Jets QB coach, but we can only have 53 people on the roster. I mean, we could keep him on the practice squad, but we also have a lot more younger guys that are more deserving of a practice squad spot. So keeping Josh Johnson on there just to be, a mentor when we could, give that opportunity to some more younger players just doesn't make much sense, because we can bring in a guy like Matt Cavanaugh, who isn't a former quarterback. He's been in the NFL for a long time, has been the offensive coordinator for multiple different teams, most recently with the football team from 2017 and 18. Has also been a quarterback coach for many different teams as well. He was actually the QB coach for the New York Jets from 2009 to 2012. So this guy has a lot of experience in the NFL, and he must be pretty good at his job because he's been around in the NFL for a long time. He also has experience in the Shanahan system. He was with the Washington football team in 2015 and 16 when Sean McVay was their offensive coordinator. Jay Gruden, who was the football coach for the football team during that period, also ran an offense similar to the football teams. And that is all I got for you guys today. Remember that my preview for the Jets and Eagles preseason game is going to be coming out tomorrow at 8 a.m. If you ended up enjoying this video, let me know by hitting the subscribe and like button. Follow me on social medias at Jude_Jets on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Comment down below what you thought of today's video, and if for some reason the comments are turned off, just hit me up on my social medias. And I'm your host, Jude, signing off for now. See you later.